Hello, welcome to Clutch My Pearls, the podcast where I, Emily, learn all about the erotic fiction that my friends are reading. As always, I'm joined with Vanessa and Barbara.
Hi.
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 We nailed that.
It's so good. We're back on track. We're back, baby.
Baby.
I love it.
That's because it's episode 21. We're literally professionals now.
We're in our new era.
We can legally drink.
Oh
my God.
What have y'all been up to?
I have a friend in town.
Mm-hmm.
We went to Target and I saw a lot of the books that we've covered.
Yeah.
And then
Two books side by side
that honestly made me concerned for like people just picking these up and not knowing what they're in for. It was Pucking Around and Bride, and I was like, that's a whole night. And you're in for.
They had like coupon stickers on
them.
They
had like 20% off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that at the cash register?
No, it was in the book section.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. At least like
you should have
there.
You should have taken it to the cash register and then left it where the magazines
were. I did when I went to
Target
Target this weekend, because of course it's the weekend. I went to Target.
Yep.
I did see Bride at the cash register.
Oh.
At the end stand or whatever. And I saw the one with the strawberries. Like your shirt.
Brutal Prince.
Brutal Prince. That was there too.
Ooh.
Like there's, I understand you can like buy them at Target and save money, but you should also buy them from our Amazon storefront.
Thank you.
Link in bio.
Please help.
Also, I was saying we should do like bookmarks and put them in the books that we've covered at Target and Barnes and Noble.
Oh, like just like little ads,
stashing them in books.
Oh my God, that's
19.
amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That is, if you like this book, you should listen to Clutch My Pearls.
Yeah.
That is, I'm
Do you
gonna
think
order
we'll get
from
kicked
fucking
out of the
Zazzle
store?
or something, some business cards right now.
One day when we sell, merch and have little bookmarks, all of you can also go spam your local Barnes and Noble.
Yes, yes, I love that. Like spreading the good word, little seeds.
Yeah.
As long as it's not against the rules.
Fuck them.
But
also,
fine.
it's Target.
Oh my God.
There's no rules at Target.
Bad girls.
They won't know it was you.
I've spent enough there. They're fine. Speaking of merch, I've been practicing. I got an embroidery machine, so I've been making little prototypes. If you can see my shirt in our video on YouTube, it says, "Hi, Diane."
That makes me so happy. I can't even explain how excited I am about this. My mom's going to flip.
That it's such a great, like, it's been so fun of like coming up with ideas for different things that like, especially lore from our show. And in only 20 episodes, we already have "Hi, Diane." And I made another one that says wide shoes.
Say it right.
Which I'll wear next episode. But yeah, it's been fun to kind of play with some prototypes. And so if you're interested in merch type stuff, let us know so that we can then make it and order it and then figure out how we're gonna do that.
How it works and how we make it work and how it happens.
Yeah, and that only happens if you want it and if you buy it and you like it.
Hi, Diane.
Hi, Diane.
Oh my God.
Hi, Diane. This week we have a Vanessa book.
Dun dun
Dun,
dun.
dun, dun.
Ooh, what the hell are we in for? I'm scared. Look at that. I'm scared.
She asked me earlier if I knew if I could guess, and I didn't want to guess.
To guess.
Do you think it was something that I would have guessed?
No, well, I've read a lot of books. Before the podcast,
like
and
something
I
that
feel
I've talked about before with you.
Well, maybe kind of.
I guess Den of Vipers, and you made a noise that made me think it's not it, but I don't know if that was just like a.
It's not Den of Vipers.
Okay, because I feel like that's a like. I need to get my training wheels off.
Does that mean there's a bunch of dicks, like a bunch of snake dicks?
I don't really even remember, but it's like
it's
dark
a reverse
romance.
It's reverse harem, but
There
it's a dark romance mafia.
Mafia reverse harem. I got to get the training wheels off before.
There's a knife.
Oh, in this book or in Den of Vipers?
Den of Vipers.
Oh.
Now, this book, mystery book so far, and Den of Vipers.
Den of Vipers is definitely off the charts. This one's not.
This one's more like we're on this. Okay, so
okay.
Well, I really wanted to. Since our last episode, we talked so much about fake dating.
Yes.
And I wanted to do a book where this fake dating was actually kind of plausible.
Like it made sense for it to, okay, I love that. Because sometimes it's not and you just roll with it.
Yeah.
Oh, we have to date because our neighbors, I don't know.
Yes.
Because we've known each other forever and we've been in love with each other forever. So let's fake date.
For Instagram. Yeah.
And it's a repeat author.
Ooh.
A second book in a series.
Is it one of yours? Repeat authors?
Mm-hmm.
Is it Brutal Prince series?
It's actually me and Barbara's.
Wait.
It's The Right Move by Liz Tomforde.
Wait, which
is it the Mile High?
Yes, it's the follow-up to Mile High.
Oh my God, episode 21.
This is amazing.
We came back around from episode 1. Is Xander in this?
Yes.
He makes I've read this, but it's been a little while.
Yeah.
So this is perfect.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. And this isn't a scary book. It's just a sexy book.
Little twinkle in our
guys.
I'm feeling really brave.
Oh, I love that we're coming back after 20 episodes. See how much we've grown.
Yes.
See how much better our audio is. see how we're not crackling the mics by just rolling with them as we
didn't
talk.
have mic stands
I
back
didn't
then.
adjust the audio for. We did nothing. We just went, here you go. Sorry.
and everyone was like, Barbara's a little quiet. We're like, yeah, we don't know what we're doing. Sorry.
Yeah, we're literally brand new. And
But
luckily,
also-
that episode more than any other people listened to because it's the first one. So
Yeah.
Maybe I'll recommend this one as like, hey, jump in on this one.
yeah.
Oh my God.
But oh my God, I love it. Okay, what's it called?
The Right Move.
The Right Move. Does it go into what was it? Xander and
What was Stevie?
Stevie. I was gonna say Sloane. Stevie.
Sylvester Stallone.
So wasn't it like her sister or is it one of the
She
teammates?
had a twin brother
Right.
who was a famous basketball player, Ryan Shay.
Okay. Tell us all about
How
it.
many pages is it?
499.
My
Damn.
God. Love it.
Came out in February 2023.
Recent.
Yeah.
Last year. It's 24. A year.
A year. I also, the third book came out.
I
There's
haven't
a third.
read that yet.
It's so good.
I remember you saying it was good, and
It's
it's
so
on,
good.
I gotta read it. Okay.
Yeah. So that's why I was kind of like, this book kind of popped up, and then we were talking about fake dating, and this book is all about fake dating.
Okay.
I remember
Yes.
really liking it. I'm trying to think of where the page, like, where's the first coming, and I,
Mm.
like, yes, I've read it, but I have no up on this. Like,
Right.
I have
Yeah.
no idea.
So Mile High was more enemies to lovers kind of thing.
No.
Or he was interested in her and she was interested in him.
It was like,
Well,
they're just sassing each other. Sassy banter.
She like didn't want to give him like the time of day because she's like been around sports before.
Right.
So he was like trying to break her down, and then he like started liking her.
mm-hmm.
But obviously they couldn't date because they worked together.
Kind of like
Coworkers.
pecking around
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Mhm.
But without,
A little
it
more
was
tame.
just Xander.
So the other main character in the book is Indy, and she was Stevie's coworker. She worked on the airplane for the hockey
Oh.
team.
Okay.
Is her full name Indiana?
And no,
India?
Right, okay, I'm...
that's a thing though, and I'll tell you.
Okay. Okay.
Oh.
See, like
Yeah.
I said, I don't remember.
I love it when like you're like, wait, I feel like I know these parts. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he calls her in the book.
Because she's
Okay.
fast.
No,
Because
no.
it's not her
I'll
name.
tell you, it's not her name's Indy, but it's not her name.
I love
Her
it.
name's Indigo, but he calls her Indiana because he's mean.
Oh.
So it's like a
No,
grumpy
it's good.
sunshine for sure.
I love when they're mean.
Yeah.
But they don't hate you. But they're mean.
Yes.
So
Let me
$4.99. Yeah, tell
let
me
me
the
read the
synopsis.
synopsis and then we'll guess the pages.
We're all excited. We just
Yeah.
can't.
Yes.
Fucking fired up.
And I'll kind of recap their interaction in the Mile High book, just
Right.
because it comes up a lot in this book. And I don't know if we really talked about it in episode 1 because I don't really talk about side characters a lot.
yeah, I don't think we really went into it
Yeah.
a whole bunch.
I did want to say that I have a tendency to ruin series when I read the first book and there's a side character, and then I don't realize that book 2 is just about characters who were in the book.
Yeah.
I have a tendency to like not cast them in my head as like very attractive people, and then I just don't give a fuck about their book.
You're like, they were relevant side characters.
Yeah,
And now you're like,
like
I'm supposed to give a shit.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
thinking of like a B-list actor.
It's like a
that I
Kimmy
just-
Gibbler. Where
Yeah.
you're like, I don't care.
I don't
What are
want to
you
see you
doing?
fuck.
Yeah. I only want to know about Stephanie Tanner fucking, all right?
Oh, no.
Well, that's not what I meant, but I think that for some reason I definitely like didn't do that to this series.
You were into
and
it.
I think it was because he was also a pro.
Yeah, he's
player,
like a really, like,
and he's really hot.
really early pick, like #1 draft or some shit.
Yes,
Like, he's like a prodigy.
he's like Michael Jordan, basically.
Ah.
Yeah.
Is it basketball?
Yes.
Nice. Okay.
I like that Liz Tomforde like kind of covers like all sports. The third book is baseball.
Ooh,
Fun.
that could be
Yeah.
I'm a
fun.
sports girl.
She's a sports girly.
Reverse harem, sports.
All the team sports.
I
Those
do
are
it
my
all.
categories.
Oh.
Okay, so let me read the synopsis. And it's dual POV, so is the synopsis.
Okay.
Emily and I are going to behave like you would
I
not.
fucking doubt it.
It's
No,
because-
act up.
It's because we're just excited for this.
And that, actually, after I listened back to that episode, I kind of now take it as that you guys are just really horned up, and I'm just really proud that you guys get so worked up in my episodes.
Yes.
No, you guys are horned up.
Yeah, we're horned up.
You said it was the hormones last time.
Yeah, maybe.
Because you know what you're in for.
But now we're in for like a hot NBA player. Whew.
I decline to comment. I don't know anything about hormones or horned up.
She's a good girl.
Anyways.
I was going to say that, and I was like, that's inappropriate.
So act up.
Okay.
It's a compliment.
Go.
I'm behaving. I'm
We're being
ready.
We're
Right.
waiting. We're just like, we're at the edge. We're like, come on, tell us
You're
about
edging
it.
us.
We gotta get horned up.
Oh my God. She's a distraction. That's what she is. I'm the newest captain of the Devils Chicago NBA team, and the last thing I need...
Barbara has a question.
I just raised my hand.
What?
Is that a real team?
No.
Is basketball a real sport?
Yes.
Yes.
It's the Chicago Bulls.
But they use the Devils.
Okay.
She tends to make up the sports teams.
Okay.
I'm sure that's for a
Who did
reason.
Xander play for?
Raptors?
That's a basketball team.
Chicago Raptors.
I thought you said the Rats, and I got excited.
I think it's the Raptors. I'm not sure.
Not to totally derail this, but I was thinking that we would need to call Jeff in for a basketball question because in the last book, it was something about like the money shot basketball one. And I asked Eric, I was like, what the fuck is the money shot in basketball? And he was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And I was like, my guess is when they bring a fan onto the court and
Oh
they
my
try
God.
to see if he's going to
Did you see if they
win.
can win a Kia?
So I have no idea if that's correct, but let us know.
I assume a money shot for basketball would be like, I mean, a deep three or something, which
Yeah.
that's another thing Vanessa likes in her books.
Oh,
You're correct. Like, that's just accurate.
it's good reads.
Okay, so he plays for the Chicago Devils. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think he's a point guard. There was definitely
he
some
is.
basketball stuff in there that I did not understand. I was like, Liz. But anyways.
As the wife of a basketball boy who likes basketball, I can help fill in with
I
stuff
would
that I don't
love
really
to
know.
show this to Jeff and see what he says.
A
'cause
point guard,
He'll
I
let
think
us
They were
know.
talking about screens.
Okay.
He
is
put
like
a
grinders in
screen on
hockey.
my defender.
Yeah, I think that's like blocking, like just
Yeah.
defense.
Right, yeah.
Put up a
it's blocking, it's
screen?
defense.
So
I
like
don't
blocking.
think physical, but I think like they usually raise their hands.
But he
and
said
stuff, maybe?
screen like 4 times.
I think you misread and it's screen. And then on the court, they were
Oh
just
my
like, what if I just scream in this guy's
They
face?
just yell at him.
And
Yeah.
he's just like, whoa.
Yeah, I have no idea. I was very confused.
I think like a screen is like they'll wave their hands. It's like maybe like a mime, like making a screen.
Okay.
And they're
I
just
don't
doing
know.
like sick dance
But I think
moves.
a point guard is like the guy who shoots all the. It's like a
Yeah.
Jason Tatum.
Yes, he's definitely the shooter.
Okay.
He's shooting.
I'll dive
He's
in more
shooting.
when we get to the baseball book. I'll let you
Yeah.
guys know.
That's where
Batter
you're
up.
really gonna shine.
Yes.
Yes.
Gaggers and homers.
Hoagies
Cat
and
dogs.
get your peanut. I can't.
Okay. I literally got one sentence into
See,
the
that's
pretty
synopsis.
far. That's pretty good.
We're doing all right. Okay, so he plays basketball for the
Okay,
Devils.
he's the newest captain of the Devils, and
Okay.
the
Why
last
are they
thing.
always
Why do you keep raising your hand?
No. Why are they always the newest captain?
He just got appointed captain. His which I was going
Because
to
he's in a
explain
new
this.
space in his life, so he's ready to bring
It's a
in a
new
relationship. You
I was
know.
going to explain this fucking later.
I'm gonna shut the fuck up. Okay.
What if we were like quiet for 2 minutes?
Doubt it.
Yeah. Let's see.
Anyways,
2
he's the
I'm timing
newest
it.
captain of the Devils, and the last thing I needed this year was for Indy Ivers, my sister's best friend, to move into my apartment. She's messy, emotional, and way too tempting.
It's not our 2 minute spot, but why does she live with him?
We made it 20 seconds.
I'm gonna tell you.
But wait, why? Like what?
I can tell
something.
you.
Something.
Raise my hand again.
I'm gonna tell you everything.
Okay.
Just let me read the synopsis. We'll guess the
I thought you
pages.
were done. Okay. Okay.
No,
Who's
I'm never
stopping you?
done.
Go. Oh yeah. Us
You
raising
raised
our
your
hands.
hand.
Emily, be quiet.
Okay. We don't need to know
I'm
everything.
gonna sit on my hands.
But when the team's general manager vocalizes his blatant disapproval of my promotion to captain, referring to me as unapproachable with no work-life balance, I can't think of a better way to convince him otherwise than pretending to date my outgoing roommate. The only problem, faking it feels far too natural.
That's the same problem every time.
Yeah,
Okay.
feels too good.
It's too good.
Having a fake girlfriend wasn't supposed to be messy, but having Indy under my roof and in my bed is complicated, especially when she wants all the romantic parts of my life that I could never give her.
I just cracked my neck really good.
You are not allowed to edit that sound out.
The cracking noise.
Put in a little trigger warning right before.
Okay, Indy. I never imagined I'd be living with my best friend's brother, NBA superstar Ryan Shay. Even more unbelievable, he needs me to act like his loving girlfriend who's suddenly changed him into a friendly and approachable guy. Because, well, he's not. He's controlling of his space and untrusting of others. Our arrangement isn't one-sided, though. I'm in a wedding coming up, one where every one of my childhood friends, including my ex-boyfriend, will be in attendance.
Oh, I love it. I love the jealousy.
There's no better date than my celebrity's ex-hero.
Oh my God.
Her ex, who's shitty, they were together for years and then something went wrong. You can fill in the details.
Yes.
He like idolizes Ryan Shay.
Blurred
what if
lines.
I brought Marcus Smart to something? Jeff and I, for
Oh
whatever,
my God.
Glenn Powell.
for whatever like horrible reason, Jeff and I break up, which would never
He
ever
would poop
happen.
himself.
And Angel Baby, I know you're listening to this, and you're gonna be like, "We're not gonna break up. We're not breaking up. This is a joke. This is hypothetical."
Eric, we're done.
This would be like if I brought Marcus Smart to something, he would cry.
He would cry. Sometimes I'll go to wrestling shows with Eric, and before he got like really big, Orange Cassidy was at a local show, and I was joking with Eric like, I want to go talk to him, like, ooh, maybe I'll go flirt with him. And he's like, these guys would actually take you up on that. Please don't.
No, you're my wife. Quit it.
I die.
I love that there's a jealousy factor in it. She's the grumpy sunshine of like the tidy, messy. She's gonna soften him up. I don't know.
Okay, a little more to go. Blurred lines make it almost impossible to separate the real from the fake. Falling for my roommate was never a part of the deal, especially when Ryan is quick to remind me that he doesn't believe in love. I'm a romantic and I can't help fantasizing that he'll change, but soon enough, I find myself questioning if I'm sharing a roof with my best friend's brother was the right move after all.
I bet it was.
I bet it was.
I bet they're soulmates.
I bet that they like agree to disagree. You know.
What page do you think?
Ooh, how many? 700?
499.
$4.99.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 137.
213.
Ooh.
183.
Wow, right in the middle.
Right
We're
in
so
the
good
middle.
at this.
Oh,
Slash
look at
not.
us. Slash we don't know what we're doing.
Whoops.
189. Is that what you said?
Yeah, 183.
183. Oh,
I support that.
Yeah. Okay.
So, some things that happen in the book, Mile High, is Indy got cheated on by
There
her
it is.
boyfriend. They won the Stanley.
Shitbag that's at the wedding.
Huh?
Indy
Yeah,
get-
the one she's
guy
gonna
that's
see
at the wedding.
who
Okay.
idolizes
Yes, that's her
it,
ex. Yeah. That's the one that likes Ryan Shay.
Okay.
They
Does he
won
play on the
this-
team? Sorry.
No, he's nobody.
He's just some random
Okay.
shitty dude
Okay.
who's a
he
fan.
sucks. I'm
Actually,
sorry.
you know
Can't
what?
you just tell?
He really reminded me of Dick the Third.
That's what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
He, it's funny because they're high school sweethearts and they both went to college together and they both got similar business degrees. And she was actually supposed to be hired by the same firm that he was hired by. And she was going to make more money, but it really wasn't her like jam anyways. But she definitely is one of those like playing that like Stepford Wives role.
Right.
They're set to be engaged, you know, the whole situation.
Yeah.
But anyway, they won the Stanley Cup and she ended up coming home early and caught him in bed with somebody. Like she was supposed to be out on the road still with the hockey team.
That's kind of her fault for coming home early. Am I
Yeah,
right?
how dare you?
Right.
So
She couldn't have gotten him tickets to the game.
Hello.
at the time, Stevie was living with Ryan, and so she comes over to Stevie and Ryan's apartment. And she's basically like sobbing that she just walked in on his name's Alex.
This works because remember my ex who's dead in a ditch?
His name's
This is
Alex.
Alex?
When he was alive, his name was Alex.
R.I.P.
He was my high
Wow.
school sweetheart, and now he's done for.
Dead.
Wow. So now
Dead
he's dead.
skis.
Was it because he brought his hero to a wedding? Eric was his hero?
I hope he listens to Fuckface.
Oh my god, I die.
Okay,
What
so
were
they
we
were living together. She comes home, finds out he's cheating. Who's he cheating on her with?
So
And then she's
that's the
sobbing.
first time she ever meets Ryan.
Okay.
And he doesn't have his shirt on, which is something that she always brings up.
Nice.
It's so funny because she even talks about this like in the book, is that even when she was like sobbing over Alex, she was like, oh fuck, he is hot. Like, what's up? And she was like, why am I thinking about this guy like this?
Women contain multitudes.
Yeah. She's like, oh, I could be with this dickhead that doesn't want to marry me, but I do all the wifey duties, even though he just keeps me as a girlfriend. Or my friend's brother, who's a super fucking hot NBA star. Like,
he's 19 feet tall. He's
why
famous.
do I feel something for him?
And then the night that everybody finds out that Stevie and Xander are actually together, they're out on the road and Ryan's there and he invites Stevie's ex. Indy gets wasted and throws up all over Ryan.
Yes.
So that is their 2 interactions that they've ever had.
Him shirtless and her puking.
Yes.
Her sobbing. Him shirtless in his apartment going, the fuck? And
yeah,
then,
who's the fuck
God.
is this?
So he's like, your friend's a fucking mess. Yeah,
Yeah,
He's like,
basically.
she's a train wreck.
Love it.
Yeah.
I love it. It's also like, you should be yourself if you're going to be in a successful relationship.
Yeah.
They should know what they're working with.
Yeah.
This is me.
This
So
is how it
the
is.
book opens up with Stevie asking Ryan a favor.
Oh.
So the seasons back up. This is literally like what I don't even know what is it, the summer? I don't even know what's between basketball.
Basketball summer is like kind of when they're off. They have summer
Okay.
league. Yeah.
So Indy went home to Florida with her parents because she has nowhere to live, but she has to come back to Chicago to keep working for the Raptors,
Right.
I guess. And she just got a promotion.
right. She's
the
with
hockey
the
team.
hockey team.
Yeah.
Okay.
But she has nowhere to live and she can't really like afford anything. And she also, this is like a total like side note, but not a side note, but she has like a fertility issue, like a genetic fertility issue where like her mom had it too and her eggs are rapidly aging. And so since she's not getting fucking married and not starting her life, she is like, I need to freeze my eggs ASAP. So in order to save money, live in Chicago, she literally would have to live with like a roommate.
Yeah.
And she's like answering some pretty shifty ads.
Well, it's expensive to do that. Also, shout out to the author for putting in like real life shit. You know, like
Yeah.
actual
that's not
problems.
also like dramatized or like stupid where you're just like, oh yeah, like a lot of women have to think about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that it's expensive because you have to like be harvested.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so she's answering these random ads and then it's like, oh wait, I could ask my best friend if I could
Well,
live with her.
no, Stevie comes up with the idea. She's literally living in one of those like extended hotel places, like with like a little like
kitchenette.
cooking. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she doesn't want to stay with Stevie because her and Xander are like newly booed up.
They're
Yeah.
eating pizza and fucking
And
Yeah, they are.
drinking
It's a
IPAs.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what Indy says. And she's like, I'm not down.
She's not wrong.
So obviously she just moved out of Ryan's place and she knows that he has a room. And since the schedules are basically opposite.
Oh my God, how perfect.
Because of, you know, the Chicago teams, they
Right.
share the arena. So they're literally never going to be in town at the same time.
True.
And what's the big deal? And he doesn't need rent money.
She's already thrown up on you. Like,
Yeah,
she
like-
probably won't do it again.
Yeah, like we already know each other. Like, you know, I'm safe. I'm friends with your sister who's
Yeah.
dating the other guy. Like, I'm cool. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna, you know, I don't know, sell stories to TMZ. I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, Indy's definitely reluctant only because she's like,
What else you gonna do, girl?
well, it's my best friend's brother. He's super hot. And she's like,
And dickhead boyfriend. Is she already broken up with dickhead boyfriend at this point?
oh, she literally like never looked back. She like
Okay.
left that day and
Good for
like,
her.
Good. Good.
yeah. But yeah, she's still reluctant because she's like, you're my best friend. That's your brother. And I told you like day one I met him, I wanted to hump him. So
She's like, that might be like hard to live with him. But
Really
go live
hard.
with him, girl. Let's shoot your shot.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Really
But-
hard or really easy? One of the two.
Yeah.
Stevie also mentions that in the whole time that she lived with Ryan, he never had girls over. And so Indy just assumes that maybe he just like hooks up on the road, maybe.
Okay. It's Tristan Thompson kind of vibes.
Mm-hmm. So
Yes.
Barbara's just blindly agreeing.
I was just going to say, yeah.
He's the one that cheated on Khloe Kardashian on the road. Like both times she had a baby. Tristan Thompson did.
I'm starting to see a pattern here.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
basketball.
But he's not. Yeah, it's basketball stuff. But he's not like this. Ryan. No. Ryan is the good guy.
Yeah.
Alex dead. Bye.
Yeah.
Ryan.
Yes. So she moves in and immediately she just makes like a huge fucking mess all over his apartment, which I feel like is just like, you know how when you're like organizing,
yeah,
you make a really big mess, but
you have to make a mess in order to clean it.
Yeah.
She wasn't
piles.
planning on him to come home because he had like some big event, but he ended up coming home early.
I wasn't. That's not how it's supposed to be yet.
Yeah.
I assume his house is like super sleek and
Oh my
modern
God.
and just
Like,
sexy.
Nothing. Black
Clean.
and white, no pictures, literally so clean. 4 plates, 4 knives, 4 spoons, 4 forks, 4 cups.
This man needs some color and flavor in his life.
That's
Yeah.
exactly.
I wonder if Indy will bring it.
Ooh,
Yes.
vroom vroom. Some indigo.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Vroom vroom.
Like Indianapolis, like where the Indy 500 is.
Okay.
Like
I'm with you
NASCAR.
now.
Okay. Okay.
Pew, 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 pew. She's fast.
She's fast. Yes.
So, anyways,
Okay.
she's like, I'm moving in. you know?
I'm here. I'm unpacking. I gotta
I'm
put my shit
sorry.
away.
I'll clean it up,
Yeah.
But he throws a huge fit.
How huge is this huge fit?
Well, she asked him if he wants to have breakfast in the morning or like coffee or something so that they can get to know each other and like talk about the place or whatever. And he's like, make no mistake. Like, I don't want you here. I don't want to get to know you. This is a favor to my sister. My sister doesn't. I don't know if you
Like, just
remember
stay out of my way.
from the books, like Stevie didn't have a lot of friends growing up because people were always using her to get to Ryan.
Was she the one where her dad was like a famous rock and roll person? Which
no,
book was that?
that was pucking around.
Oh yeah.
The other one that worked for a team, you know?
Literally, like Stevie's ex was like, her ex-boyfriend was like supposed to be pro and was
Right.
like only really messing around with her until he went pro.
Right.
And then he like fell out and was like trying to use Ryan to like get back on to like, I don't know, like coaching or like something like
Into
that.
the team.
So Ryan doesn't let people in, and Stevie doesn't let people in because they've both been burned before.
Yes, and remember,
but Indy's different.
Stevie
different.
had like the mean friends who were like,
Yeah.
"What's up with your brother?"
Right.
You know?
Ooh, yeah.
But Indy wasn't part of that friend group.
No.
They were
These like,
coworkers. They were always on the
growing
plane
up.
together, so-
Yeah,
Right.
Indy's a new friend.
Because that's also when Xander came in too, whenever the friends at the bar were being shitty.
Yes, and he
Yeah.
rescued
You're
her.
remembering.
So that's one of the biggest reasons why he lets Indy move in is because he feels bad. If Indy doesn't find a good place to live, a cheap place to live, that she's gonna move back to Florida with her family.
Yeah.
So he like feels responsible for her not having friends.
Okay.
And so he kind of tells her that, and obviously like in a mean way.
Make no
course.
mistake, I don't want you
Yeah.
here. Sounds
Yeah.
like there's a hard show. We need to go ahead and.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And he slams his door.
He does, and she throws a shoe at
Yeah.
his door.
Good girl.
And
And she's like,
he-
I'm not going to back down.
Yeah. It's funny too because like in his point of view, after that scene, like he's like he had been like practicing trying to be nice.
This idiot. I'm sorry.
He
This
was
sweet
like-
boy.
Like he's obviously like not stoked to have like a roommate that he doesn't know.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
he's trying to just be like nice and like welcoming. Like, I'll have a key for you.
Uh-huh.
Like, you know, if you let me know if you need anything. But he was like, none of that sounded right. And then obviously he didn't do anything nice. He just like flew off.
He's like the Beast from Beauty and the Beast.
100.
When he tries to like do something,
Yes.
he's like, yeah, he's a beast. Okay, and
Your
she's about.
impressions are so fucking spot on. I love it. That's exactly the beast.
Yeah.
Okay.
How tall is he?
So he's actually really short.
19 feet tall.
Yeah. He's short for the NBA. He's only like 6'4", 6'3".
Okay.
And that kind of like comes up because he's only been in the NBA for 2 years.
Okay.
And he's a point guard, but he hasn't won any championships. He hasn't won MVP. So he feels like he doesn't get like
Recognized.
respect on the court.
Right.
So he gets manhandled a lot, especially because he is a smaller guy compared to other people on the
Yeah.
team.
Short king. Yeah.
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 I mean, still tall as fuck.
Yeah.
That's literally a foot taller than me almost.
Yeah. But when you see like Steph Curry or something out there up against like
Yeah,
a Giannis,
tiny.
you're like, oh, okay, yeah,
You're
see that, you know?
baby. Yeah. So
What do they look like?
so I don't know if you remember, but Stevie was mixed. Her mom has red hair and her dad is black.
Right.
Yes.
So they have like chestnut like curls.
Okay.
But the mom has like blue-green eyes, and so do they.
Okay.
So of course they've got
I see Blake Griffin.
Blake Griffin.
No.
Oh, the one that dated Kendall.
Yeah,
Jenner?
the kind of curly auburny hair.
He might be a little darker than that, like more
Okay.
like caramel kind
Ooh,
of
I
like
like that.
skin. Yeah,
Okay.
the way
I'll
they're
just
described in the book anyway.
give him a little.
There's that
Because
actor.
he's kind of light, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think I don't know what he is.
Yeah.
There's that actor on the later seasons, or like halfway through. Fuck, maybe just like a third of the way through. Grey's Anatomy. He plays Jackson Avery, and he's got really light blue eyes. And
Yes.
it's like, yeah, he's very pretty. I don't know about his acting, but he's very
Yes. Yes. Who isn't he? No, I'm thinking of Diana Ross's.
You're thinking of
son.
Diana Ross.
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah.
very pretty.
Yeah. But that's the same thing. Like he's
Mhm.
mixed and he has like green eyes or something.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't looked into his eyes. I'm not Ashley Simpson.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Actually, you know what's so funny?
You're not?
No, is it crazy?
Is I went onto Pinterest and I saved a bunch of hot guys.
Oh,
I made some
We
folders.
have to do the work for you,
Look
because
at
otherwise
me.
you'll be
Look
like
at me.
Elon Musk.
Yeah. I'm like, Barbara, these are the guys you're into, right?
I was
love
thinking,
Cybertrucks.
We really, oh my god, we really need to
They're so
dial it in
distracting.
though, so we can have like a nerd group and like a
Yeah.
like a
People that I
blonde
can choose
one.
from.
Yes.
I love it.
Because why choose?
Oh.
Wide shoes. Yes.
Wide shoes. Okay, what was I saying?
You were about to
You
say
were
what Indy
describing
looks
what
like.
Indy looks like.
Oh, Indy is tall, slender, long blonde hair.
Oh.
She's like 5'9", 5'10". Her boyfriend would never let her wear heels.
Because he's insecure.
Yeah, because he's a shorty.
So
She
tall,
would say
thin,
he was-
or tall blonde. Is she thin, curvy? Did they say?
She's thin.
Okay.
I'm seeing Sophie Turner. I'm seeing Blake Lively again.
Blake Lively
Oh
again.
yes,
yeah.
Blake Lively,
I'm
definitely.
picturing Blake Lively. I think she
Yeah.
can play the kooky, messy without being adorkable.
Like kind
Yeah.
of like
charming.
bohemian,
Yeah.
but like elegant.
I'm picturing.
Yes.
Remember that movie with Ben Stiller and what's her name, Jennifer Aniston, where
Oh.
she's on Along Came Polly. She was all
Oh,
messy
yeah, yeah,
and he was more
yeah.
uptight. That's the kind
Yeah.
of dynamic I'm
Yeah.
picturing, but definitely like a hotter
Yeah.
dude
Way
and
hotter.
chick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I remember
My
that.
visuals are there, and they're normal visuals.
So she moves in and it does not go well.
So they wake up in the morning and he ends up cooking her breakfast anyways.
As like an apology?
As an
or
olive
is-
branch.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
he definitely apologizes.
But it's still super tidy, cut very neatly. I bet, like just served.
He cleans
beautifully.
as he goes, which you're supposed to
Yes.
do, and no one I know actually does.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is where this is where she tells him that she's vegan.
Oh.
Yeah.
He didn't know.
He didn't know. But he's like, that's cool.
That's cool. Here, have a strawberry.
It's not poison.
You're not allergic, right?
Oh, I think when he was mad at her the night before, he called her Indiana. And so when they're at breakfast, she was like, I just want to tell you that my name's not Indiana. It's Indigo.
Okay, Indiana.
And he's like,
okay, Indiana.
So your parents named you Blue? And she was like, no, it's Indigo. And then that's when he gives her the nickname Blue.
Oh.
I never
Oh.
tell you the fucking nicknames. And then you read them in the sex scenes and you're like,
What?
what?
Who the fuck is
Who
this?
the fuck is blue?
So I think this might be the first time in 21 episodes that I've actually told you the nickname.
There's
that
so
I won't get
much.
confused.
Yeah. I'd be like, oh, and then I have to tell you the backstory.
Yeah. You're like, oh wait, that's the thing. He just calls her that. I don't know.
So he gives her a key
Okay.
and it doesn't work.
Oh.
So she has to go down to practice.
Okay, like the facility.
Yes. And
Embarrass him in front of all his friends.
Yes, everybody's
Like
like
you forgot, you didn't give me the right key.
everybody is like, who is that?
Because they
Blake
think that she's a
Lively's there.
babe.
She's super babe. She's coming in wearing like a sundress. Yeah, she's looking hot.
The
Breezing
door
in.
closes, it blows her skirt up like Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah.
What?
So this is where we kind of find out that the GM kind of has like a hard up for him being the new captain. Like
He's got a hard up. For
Yeah, he
him?
is.
Well, you know, he's like,
Oh,
he's
I
not,
know.
Oh, we
my
know.
God.
Bet.
So I guess the old captain, he's still on the team, but he's a veteran player and he's like going to be retiring soon. And
Okay.
so he's stepping down from captain's role. And the GM can't really say anything about it because it was a unanimous vote by the team.
Okay.
They choose. So
Why choose?
I know why choose.
They do. I bet they have long shoes.
I bet they do. They've got all kinds of shoes.
Like a couple of feet in there.
Dang.
You can put all of our feet in one shoe.
Oh, wide shoes.
We touched feet last episode. We're not going to do that again.
We'll see.
Just interlock your toes.
Oh, okay.
I feel like I remember this, though, with the general manager, where he's very like, you can't just perfect your game if you're the captain. You kind of have to be like the glue for the team.
Yes. Especially he is such a great player, but he tends to like warm up alone. He stays after practice by himself. Yeah. And he doesn't really like go out with the guys, but he's also like petrified of like being in public.
Right.
But I think that they're
sensitive.
just
Yeah, does he just like not like getting recognized?
I think he just doesn't want to let anybody in. And so whenever he goes out, people
expect something or
or
want to
just
get
like glomming on to him, want to be around him, want something from him, some way to elevate themselves
if he was raised by the same mother that Stevie was, there was a lot of shit with her, like in therapy stuff, right? Like working through a lot of like trauma and stuff. That's like,
well, I think Stevie's mom had a problem because she was white and she had a mixed kid.
So when she'd be like that towards her son too.
So actually,
it's a boy. So the dynamic is kind of like, well,
is it different?
Ryan's problem is that in college he had a girlfriend.
I remember this now.
Yes,
vaguely.
He had a girlfriend who he loved and he was going to marry her. But she was like, I'm really religious and I don't want my parents to know that I'm dating anybody, blah, blah, blah. So they kind of kept it under wraps, which was fine for him because this was kind of when his fame started picking up.
He's got to focus on the game.
And he was going to be drafted. And so it was just better to like keep out of the limelight.
Yeah.
Then she ended up getting pregnant. And she was like, they were stoked to have the baby. And he was like, gonna marry her as soon as they graduated. And then he had already been drafted to the Devils and he was gonna move her out there. Literally while he's in Chicago signing his papers, she goes into labor and he comes in there and it's too late for him to go into the delivery room. And he notices a guy in the waiting room who's like kind of giving him this like weird look. And he just assumes it's because he recognizes him.
Yeah.
He goes into the delivery room and the girl's acting weird. He sees the baby and there's absolutely no way that this could be his kid. Probably because it's super white.
Oh.
So that's when Marissa like confesses that it's not his kid. It's her real boyfriend. She has a real boyfriend.
Oh.
It was a complete setup and that she was only trying to get child support payments for 18 years.
As Jesus
everybody
right.
Oh my god.
That's so sad. That was like you were telling a scary story where we're like,
I need like a flashlight under my face.
It wasn't his
and then
it wasn't his baby.
He wanted child support. Oh my god. I was locked in.
I saw you.
No wonder he keeps
Yes.
everyone
in control.
arm's length, and he has long arms.
Yes.
Even for a short king, you know?
Yeah.
His wingspan is still really big.
Oh my god.
So he's traumatized, obviously.
He doesn't want to
he's
get close
done.
to anyone.
Yeah. And it was even to the point where like I think he had probably like hooked up on the road with some girls, but he would like take the condom with him because he was like so
he's a freak. I'm just kidding.
and then he'd save it.
What was it like Drake that put like hot sauce in his condoms and then they
yeah.
caught the girl trying to put the it was something like that where like this girl tried to sue him for I guess like because she had like tried to stick the condom cum up in her, but he usually puts hot sauce in it and then
She burned her coochie.
So it's not even, you're not even trying to like make sure it's not usable, or you're not testing to see if there's holes in the condom. You're just making sure that if she does, you put, I also was picturing hot sauce before he like uses it. And I'm like, seems like if I'm going down, you're going down with me. Like
prolongs it.
I think it was something like that where it was like where I'm sure it ruins the sample too, but like also to catch that kind of shit of where it's probably where he's like, I'm not gonna fuck around with you anymore. Like
if you're
I think this also could be a total like old like story where it's like how everyone was told that Marilyn Manson removed a rib to suck his own dick. Ugh. But I feel like I remember that. And I
feel
said
like
it, so it's fact. I don't know.
the thing about these types of stories is that at face value, I'm just
Yeah.
going to say that's absolutely correct.
Yeah. That you believe it. You know?
Yeah,
Sure.
fact.
And current events with Drake. Woo.
Yeah, what the hell
Have you seen the video?
Woo. Did you see
No.
it? What?
Oh my god.
What am I going to see?
His dick.
Have you
Why
ever
would I want to see it?
Have you
Why
ever
wouldn't
seen a
you?
baby elephant with its like trunk? Like, whoa, whoa, whoa. That's Drake's dick.
Okay,
It's-
well, I feel like I got enough from that.
It's, you just go, well.
He either wanted
It's
All
like
right,
9/11. You everybody saw it.
Drake's dick is 9/11.
Okay,
Yeah,
maybe
you saw it.
not
Nobody wanted to see it, but you
9/11,
saw
You
it.
can't walk this back
You
now.
can't- There's no, but
Drake
yeah, I
did
mean, like, I
9/11.
get what you're saying, but like,
Everybody knows where they were when
I
the
already
second
saw
tower
9/11.
got hit.
Oh my god.
I was in class.
oh my god. Well, I was in the break room at work whenever I saw Drake's dick, so that'll go down.
I
in
saw you
history.
going baby elephant.
Look,
And that's
yeah,
going to be my
that's
I was
episode
here.
He
21.
was wobbling around, just blue, blue. It's amazing. But
He either wanted everyone to see it, so I will not participate,
They
or he
scr-
didn't want everyone to see it, so I will not.
they
see it.
scrubbed it from the like. Even when my friend would try to send it
Well, then
to
I'm never
in
gonna see
DM, it
9/11.
would get like flagged. I'll never know what happened. I want to do my own research.
It'll come back.
I'll have to meet him.
It was amazing. Anyways, what? Where did we go?
Emily horned up.
I am. I'm
She's
just
talking about
thinking
baby elephants and
Talking about Drake's
9/11.
dick and condoms, and so he's like, he ties it up like a little poop bag and takes it with him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
I was really focused for a while, but now I'm back.
back to Indy shows up to practice because her key doesn't work.
Right. Cute
And-
sundress, blowing, total
Give
babe.
Barbara a minute.
Are you still thinking about 9/11?
Like, you can just see like the Jackass sketch with like
Of what?
fill in the blanks. Who's the guy who's always getting naked and whipping his dick out?
Chris
Steve-O?
Pontius or
Yeah.
Steve-O? Yeah.
Chris Pontius. 9/11.
Oh.
But it's a baby elephant and or Drake. Okay, enough.
I can
Vanessa,
see that.
tell us about this book.
Photoshop that for me.
No. Emily will act it out.
Yes.
We'll build some little towers out of cardboard.
Back to the fucking practice. Why
That'll
am I
be-
now the one?
That'll be. You've always been the
I've
one.
always been the one.
We'll make that a little bonus content for our
Oh my
Patreon.
God.
Baby
What
elephant.
object do you
Our
want to
first-
see?
Our first post on Patreon gets us fucking canceled.
Drake did 9/11.
All
Okay, she
right.
walks in, sundress blowing. Every guy gets horned up because they're like, "Who is that?"
Yes.
And he's like, "Oh, that's my fucking roommate."
It just
She
so
sucks.
happens.
Yeah,
that-
she sucks. She's fucking messy.
It just so happens that he's talking to his GM when she comes in, and this is where we kind of find out his beef with him. Not only just the lone wolf stuff, but just that he just doesn't participate in a lot of extracurricular activities
Okay.
with the team.
He like never attends the orgies.
Yes.
Yeah.
But also he was
the physical
trying.
trainer is like, "Come on, I need an grab
Dive in here.
a leg."
Get the hot sauce. I'm behaving.
We're being good.
The GM says that she's invited to the orgy too.
With the GM, she walks in. The GM is like kind of being shitty to him, and she's like, "That guy kind of sucks. Like, what's the deal with that?" And he's like, "Yeah, whatever.
I think he says something about like how you don't have a girlfriend or whatever.
You're not even serious. You can't even have a relationship." Which
Yeah.
Also, I don't think any NBA.
Well, I don't know exactly what he says. It's not as like
I feel like in
Direct.
the book he's not shitty so much as he's like stern, disappointed.
You need
dad.
to get your shit together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
prove to me that like fulfill the potential that I see.
Yeah.
Yes. And I
Okay.
think it's just one of those things where he doesn't have any work-life balance.
Mm.
You know what I mean? He doesn't have any friends. He doesn't spend a lot of time with his family. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like he just basically plays basketball and goes home. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is right when Indy is walking in the door and he's like, "It just so happens that I have a girlfriend."
Like,
You're
oh,
never
this
gonna believe.
is my girlfriend. She lives with me.
And
Yeah.
so he immediately just like brings Indy over, introduces her, and she goes along with it.
Of course she does.
She's good. She's
Yeah.
cool. She's good with
She
the
plays
flow.
along.
She's vegan.
Free thinker.
Yeah, she plays along too good.
Oh. She grabs the junk.
Baby elephant.
Ooh.
Yes.
What?
No.
Oh. I like when
can't-
you lie to us.
We're gullible. Okay, so
She
then she's
grabs
like,
the
oh my God,
GM?
yes, like, let's kiss.
No, she's just like, yeah, so nice to meet you. I'm Ryan's girlfriend, whatever. And he's like, oh, okay, well, hopefully I'll see you. They have like some charity event coming up.
She's like, I'll be there. Of
Yeah.
course.
Of course.
We also find out that the GM was also trying to hook Ryan up with his niece.
Oh.
She had like some like bad PR, and he was like hooking them up to like maybe like clean up her image. And he
So
was
that's
always
why he's pushing that stuff too. And he's like, I already have a girlfriend. Don't hook me up with your niece.
Yeah. Well, also he was using Stevie as his excuse, always taking her as his plus one everywhere. But now she has Xander, so she
He's
really
whining and dining her to all these.
well, and she's usually attending the events that he's going to with Xander, so
Okay.
you can't really use that anymore.
We're a throuple.
Yes.
And it's his sister.
Ew, sick.
I forgot about that. I regret a lot of that. Let's talk about 9/11 some more. So they're flirting and fake dating, and how does it get? She's gonna
So-
embarrass her ex, and I don't know.
So
Stuff happens.
she's like, you need to clear this up with your GM when they get home.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna do this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's like, come on, it's just one event.
Yeah.
He was like, you know,
What else is she going to do?
exactly.
Just go to the event.
Well, he also ends up saying, I'll go to that wedding with you.
The barter.
Yep.
And I'll be your plus one. But the problem is that all these people are like her friends from high school. So she's like, if we're going to pull this off, we're going to have to practice.
Yeah, we are.
Of course. You got to make it look real.
Yes.
That's the best part of fake dating. Is
Yes.
It's for.
We can't have it be
Why?
our first time in front of everybody.
You can't give it away.
Which I was like, how often are you like making out in front of other people, anyways?
Yeah.
all the
you
time.
know?
Are you
Well,
not?
he explicitly
I guess we just don't notice it when we're with you guys.
he explicitly says no kissing because he doesn't want to fake intimacy. But she's
Was it Stevie like that too? Was she?
We've
no
had a
kiss? I
couple.
get so many things mixed
There
up.
was in Sweet Oblivion or whatever. She wouldn't kiss him. There, I feel like it's come up in a couple of our books.
I think that's just because that's so intimate. That
Yeah.
there's
I
just a
always
lot
think
of
it's
that.
so funny when they do that. Like I understand.
Yeah. They're like, I'll let you blast open my vagina,
Right.
but don't
I was gonna say have
dare
sex.
peck me. Like,
I was
don't-
blasting open your vagina less intimate. I don't want to catch
Yeah,
feelings,
like,
but come on
I
in.
fucked you on the kitchen counter, but like,
okay.
ugh.
Well, they haven't fucked.
yeah, but,
But they're talking about more like holding hands,
Yeah.
dancing, because he is very stiff and cold. And she's like, if I touch you in front of people and you act away, they're
Right.
going to know that this is not real.
It's gonna be really
Especially because she was with that. I mean, she literally knew that guy her whole entire life. And then now,
he's gonna be watching.
8
Yeah.
months later,
Right,
she's with
yeah.
another guy, and it's her best friend's brother. Like, it might be suspicious. So
Yeah.
she's like, we really have to sell this. And of
Oh
course,
no.
Indy's a book girl, a smut girl. So
Yeah, she
she's
is.
like, if you see me talking to another man, you have to flare your nostrils and tighten your jaw. And she's like, do you know how to darken your eyes? And he's like,
did she really say that? Oh my god!
and he's like, what the fuck are you reading?
This reminds me of the email that we got where
Yeah.
the girl
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, he gave me the knee. Like, or anytime a guy was told, I don't know if we talked about it on here, where it was like a guy was talking about like how much he liked it. And I was like, darken your eyes, clench your jaw, and like make out with your wife or
Oh,
something.
he was saying that
Yeah.
he was going to act like her book boyfriend and break
He's
down
gonna,
the
like,
door.
Get in the
Yeah.
Go
Get
for
in
it.
there.
Go for it.
Oh, something I want to mention is that he has a lot of books in his apartment, but they're all self-help and like nonfiction.
Oh.
And they're all in alphabetical order by last name.
Who is he? Me?
That's exactly what I was about to say.
I have self-help and smut.
Yeah. Well, she immediately just throws all her smut on his shelf
Hell yeah.
and
Good
just
girl.
mixes it all up, and I love it. It's so
I
funny.
love Blake Lively.
Does she have any book recommendations?
They don't.
She doesn't talk about, like, I
say.
guess not.
Pucking around. She's talking
No.
about
Oh yeah,
I
she
know.
loves to puck around.
You guys know about nodding? I don't want to talk about it anymore. I didn't say that.
She's like, this book that's about to come out in a year. It's called Bride.
Mm.
So they use a lot of the events leading up to the wedding as like practice, like the gala and some other things. But
Okay.
I did want to mention that her friend that's getting married, she's basically the best or the maid of honor.
Okay, so she's in the wedding.
Oh.
Yes. And she runs into them, and the whole bridal party is out trying on dresses for the wedding.
Without her?
Without her.
What the
And the
That's
bride.
kind of a dream scenario, though. Like,
Yeah.
you're just like, oh, bummer, bye.
Bye.
Like,
Yeah, I guess
I'll just be a guest.
Send me the fucking dress. No, they're like, we'll send you the dress. But
Worst of both worlds.
the bride mentions like, have you talked to Alex? Like, he's really sorry and we all miss you.
Is he in the groom's?
Yes, they're all best friends from school. They've literally known each other their whole entire lives.
Does she know that he fucked somebody else?
Everybody knows.
And she's like, he's really sorry. What, in the Stepford
It
Wives?
was one time. Are you really going to let 22 years of friendship?
Yeah.
Let's say your groom fucks somebody else. You're good with that?
It's because it's inconvenient for their friend group.
I know.
Basically.
It's because she's like, this is really inconvenient for me that y'all are broken up. And that's probably also why they like kind of got distant, is that they chose him over her.
Well, because he's always hanging out. She's always on the road and
probably got his side, and he was able to manipulate the situation. To
and he's friendly with the guys. They don't care.
Classic fucking Alex.
Fucking Alex.
So, obviously, he starts doing some really sweet things for her. Obviously, like the breakfast. He starts making breakfast for her all the time. She only likes iced coffee, so he puts hot coffee in the refrigerator for her so it doesn't get watered down when she puts ice in it. You know, buys lots of like vegan food for the refrigerator. Also, when she moves in, she has absolutely fucking nothing, and she's like sleeping on the floor.
Doesn't he buy her a bed?
He buys her. She literally comes home from an Amazon package, and it's an air mattress, and she's like, "It'll do until I get a bed." And she walks in, and there's a beautiful bed with beautiful sheets and a nice comforter.
Didn't even tell her, just took care of it.
And her favorite color.
You know, he was also like, these are the best sheets because I only have the best things, and I did the research.
Yes.
That's got me horned up.
That's nice.
Like,
that's
blast
nice.
open your whatever. Yeah. You can kiss me anywhere.
Yeah. I'll kiss you anywhere. So he's obviously
he's a sweet boy.
Super sweet. Yeah. They go to the gala or the charity event or whatever, and he gets jealous because she's dancing with one of the guys from the hockey team, who is obviously like just her friend, but he gets possessive
and not even like acting. He's like actually like
he's like, oh, that's I want to be with her.
He like storms over there and basically tells him to get lost.
Yeah, get lost.
Did his eyes darken?
Probably.
Hockey player probably doesn't even have his teeth.
His jaw was clenched. Hockey player couldn't clench his jaw because he doesn't have teeth.
His knees are ready.
Yeah.
There's also like a couple of points where he gets a boner.
Did she feel it?
Yes.
Nice.
That is inappropriate.
You know it's big too. You know it's like that NBA. Oof. The National Boner Association.
She always like wants. Oh my god. She always wants to keep flowers in the house, but she's always out of town, and so he's like, "If you tell me what to do, like I'll help you keep the flowers fresh in the house."
Okay.
And she just thinks it's like the sweetest thing, probably because Alex fucking never did that.
He would never.
And he's home all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Useless.
Ugh.
So she gives him a big hug,
Alex.
and he can feel like her nipples harden through their shirt, and he gets a big old boner, and he knows that she can feel it because they're hugging.
Well, because he sees her body like go like this, like backwards, like
her
she's
butt
like
sticks out.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
But she doesn't let go.
She doesn't.
She just keeps hugging him.
She's
Yeah.
like,
We've got an R-rated
she
hug.
starts climbing.
Xander comes by.
Okay.
And asks for Stevie's hand in marriage.
Yay! Our babies.
And they're going to have a big party. So him and Ryan are talking about that. But when they're done with the conversation, Ryan's like, so
will you marry me?
People on the hockey team like hit on Indy. Like, are they nice to her? Like, he's like asking him all these questions. And Xander's like, you got it bad.
Yeah, he's like,
he
you
can't
love her.
help it. Oh my god.
He cares.
So,
How do they get to fucking?
Okay,
we've got an R-rated hug.
Yes,
they're going all these like play act. I love
when is the first time that they like really?
So Ryan doesn't know that she's like saving money for the egg
fertility
retrieval.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he only makes her pay $500 in rent, but he asks that she put $500 in savings so that she can work towards moving out. But she tells him that she's going to do rideshare in her spare time. And he gets so upset about this because he's like, it is not fucking safe. Yeah. And so he gets home from his game and it's like 3:00 in the morning and she comes in and he's pissed.
Uh-oh. Is she in trouble?
Been worried about you. She
trouble.
thinks he's upset about the game, but he's like, no, I was worried about you my whole entire game, thinking about you out there doing rideshare.
Oh my God.
And they kind of have this moment on the couch where they're like, she's massaging him because his arm's messed up from the game.
Oh,
and
no.
Because he was so tense from
Yeah.
being worried about her.
And her legs are like wrapped around him, and
'Cause that's how
she's
you
like
massage.
behind him
Because
massaging.
that's how you do that. Yeah.
Octopus.
When he's like, I was just really upset about you being out an Uber.
Yeah. It seems
She's
like your
like,
core
"Ooh,
could use a
yeah."
lot of massage.
Yeah. She's like, what is this?
With
Is
my
this an
thighs.
elephant trunk? Oh my God.
It's this technique. You're going to love it. Just give me your knee for a second.
She's basically like telling him that she's ready to move on physically, you know, to try to get over Alex.
Yeah.
And
She's horned up.
he kind of
Yeah.
freaks out and runs off.
All right. So we still got some lingering trauma.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like it's like a little like a feral cat where you go, oh no, not yet. I'm
He's like a
sorry.
feral cat.
Yeah, but like when you like, oh, it's letting me like feed it, and then you go to pet it, it's like, nope, not there, not ready for pets yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Couple more tries.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the GM invites Indy and him to go camping.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like
Okay.
This is
glamping
like I had a
though.
dream and it's all coming back.
Deja vu. They go camping. It's more like glamping. It's like one of those like
Like a retreat.
see-through domes.
Oh, okay.
Like on like
Is
a.
it just them or the whole team?
No,
It's like a
no,
group.
it's
Okay.
Ethan, the old team captain who's like the veteran. He's like besties with the GM.
Okay.
And then the GM and his wife. So it's
Okay.
like 3 couples.
Captain bonding thing.
So one bed.
They have to share a bed and it's not in a dome.
Okay, wait. I raised my hand again. Okay. Do either of you like camping, like intense, like rugged camping?
I
if I have an
did.
air mattress.
I did in the past.
Yeah.
I don't know how much I like it now because back in those days we were just like out there like drinking.
Right.
So
that kind of makes a big difference.
Yeah, you're so like drunk, you're just like falling asleep in a tent.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like these days, like I don't drink, so I feel like I would be like, cool, I'm uncomfortable. There's
Yeah.
a rock in my back.
There are bugs around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd rather die.
Yeah.
I think that I'm at the point where I can do same thing before, but I was like eating mushrooms, but like,
Yeah.
and I mean, I'll still do that, but like, that's also what camping is to me. It's like, oh, you just go eat mushrooms and go on a hike, right? But
Right.
but
Wouldn't that be
now-
cool if you did that and then collected all your shit and went home and slept in your
Right.
own bed
In a
for
bed,
the night?
yeah.
And the
that
amount
sounds great.
of the amount of stuff that I would have to pack into my car whenever we would go camp for me to sleep outside for one night
Yeah.
is insane. But like we rented like one of those little mini winnies, like a little RV thing, and that was great.
Yeah.
Because,
It's like
again,
a-
I sleep in a bed and a box.
A
and
structure and there's
yeah.
like a
Yeah.
mattress and there's and then you
Heating
can
and
probably
cooling.
bring your box fan
Yep.
and like all my heating pads and my sleeping
Oh,
mask and
okay,
my
well,
like
let's
I
not
have a whole
camp.
routine. Yeah, but you can get an RV. Yeah.
I have heard
Sleep sketty in the RV.
yeah.
we were talking about this I think before the episode, but we're just going really off track now.
Yeah, it's
so,
fine.
sorry.
The longer the better, I say.
I've heard that your sleep routine is intense, and
Yes.
Eric always comes to me when they talk about it on the podcast,
Uh-huh.
and he goes, I didn't mention any of yours. And I'm like, you
Oh my
can.
God.
Like, I don't
Oh
care.
my
and he's
God.
like, no,
Great.
I don't want to cross any boundaries. And I'm like,
The boundaries of like that you're like, I like a sleep mask. I like a
I'm
sound machine.
very particular about my sleep. And he's
Yeah.
like, no, I don't want to.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah.
It's a
Meanwhile,
private
Jeff's
boy.
like, she shits in the yard.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Meanwhile,
Which is
Jeff
not
just,
true.
Just lies. Just make stuff up. Yeah. I know. But no, a sleep routine is very, as you get older, the routine gets more and more to now. If I even go to a hotel and I can't get an extra blanket because I need the weight of it.
Yes.
Probably for the tism or something. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
But then I also need a fan and it's a whole situation. So
Yeah. No, okay, yeah. So we'll
Anyways.
never go camping. That sounds great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Or
But
if we
they
it'll
do.
be-
Yeah, but there's a bed and a bathroom.
Yeah, like that's the only kind of
So we can
camping
do
I could
that.
do.
Yeah.
Is like here, go into this little like.
Yeah, it's like
Dome,
it's
yeah.
like a dome.
yeah.
Yeah, but it has like a bathroom.
There
Cute.
probably aren't bugs.
Probably not.
Probably not. There you go.
There's not. There's no bugs.
There you go. Beautiful.
There's no bugs.
Oh my god.
There's only like snuggle bugs.
Oh my God.
Baby elephants.
That's one anaconda. So they go into the one bed. What is that? You were on
You're
video.
just sticking your tongue out.
Is this when they first coming is?
No.
But there is some like sexual tension.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
So they go into their little dome and they get set up and
Wait.
I'm gonna read this
Oh.
part.
The raisin.
What?
That's
That raised
so
my hand
good.
again.
What?
Doesn't she sit on his lap at some point?
Yes.
Yeah. I
With
remember
Heather,
that.
does she feel his boner again?
Yes.
Nice.
So
That's what's up.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
We should have Adam.
That's what's up.
That's what's up. They're in the little dome thingy, and he's like, we should get out of here before people think we're fucking. And she's like, if we were in here fucking, people would know because I'm really loud.
I love it.
And he's like, immediately boner city. And he's like, you're just gonna have to go out there without me because I just need a minute. And she like looks down and sees it.
Oh my
Looks
god,
down.
I love
And
it.
she's
she's
surprised.
dang, just poof. Okay.
But then she's sitting on his lap a little bit later at the campsite, and pretty much the same thing happens.
Oh my
Yeah.
God,
Oh, no.
She rises up like 6 inches. Whoa.
There's a snake around here.
Another sweet thing that he does is that she forgot to like tell anybody that she was vegetarian, and he brought a bunch of stuff.
He didn't even ask. He just had it ready.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh shit. And he's like, I got you.
He's like, it's
vegan
fine.
stuff.
She's like, it's fine. I'll probably just eat bread or something. And then he like comes back with a cooler, and he has a bunch of stuff for
His
her.
acts of services are just
She tried. That's another thing in the book. She's constantly trying to figure out what his love language is, and he's like, I don't have a, because he doesn't believe in love.
right.
But
'cause he's
she's
so guarded.
Constantly trying to figure it out.
It's all of them.
So that's why
Yeah.
she's trying physical touch.
It does sound like all of them.
Yeah, he needs them all.
Yeah.
So that camping trip is done, but they don't fuck on the trip.
No, but she's coming out of the shower, and it's little in there, and so he's going to pass her to go to the bathroom, and her towel gets caught on
On his
him,
motor.
Oh no.
and she's totally naked, and their bodies are like pressed up against each other.
Oh my god, what am I gonna do?
So then he goes and he jerks off in the bathroom in the shower with her body wash.
Oh.
So when he comes back
Careful.
to bed,
Oh.
he smells like her body wash, and she
Okay.
notices.
Which maybe he just washed himself.
Yeah.
Men don't have to worry about their pHs.
This
Men are
is-
so
Yeah,
lucky.
actually. But you do need to worry about transferring pHs.
Right. Like it could be, but thankfully they didn't fuck that
They-
night.
Yes. They
But
didn't.
it's also probably for him to be an NBA player in a small shower. It's also like,
just rocking the dome.
There's no way that his elbow wasn't hitting his wrist, or like, there's no way that it wasn't
shower
just, like,
curtain.
The shower head's like right here.
he's acting like that's her head. Like, ugh.
He does imagine a whole entire scene with dialogue in the shower.
He is such a
my God.
romantic.
He's also 14 years old. He's also jerking off in the shower. He's like, I gotta take a long shower.
Pretty little romantic. Oh my god.
Oh, it's because he's so sweet.
They do have some really sweet moments in the bed.
Mhm.
Like he offers to sleep on the floor, obviously, but he doesn't.
That
No.
always.
But they
Oh, I'll be a gentleman. No.
No.
they like they're holding hands.
She's like, what if I get cold? Where am I going to put my toesy woesies?
What if I'm scared?
Keep
There
them
could be a
roasty
bear.
toasty.
You can make my toesy woesies roasty toasties.
This is where they tell each other their secrets about
Like girls having a sleepover.
Something about that.
Have you ever?
Like, okay, so like one time?
2,
No,
3, 4,
they're
5,
secrets.
6. You're gonna live in a mansion.
Ooh, wow. Okay. BLUE. Okay.
No,
So
this is
they're
where
just-
he tells the story about the college girl
With the flashlight under his chin, but they're under the covers, like, nah.
and it wasn't my
And
baby.
it was.
And his name was Alex.
So they're whispering secrets to each other.
Guys,
And he's a little vulnerable, and she's like, "Oh, okay, this is why he's this way. I'm just just peeling back the layers."
well, she's like, "You're such a good fake boyfriend. Why are you single?"
right,
You know.
you're a sweet boy.
And so this is when he tells her about the college girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this is when she tells him about the egg retrieval, and that's why she's saving money.
okay,
And he's like, I'm gonna increase that rent. If you have money to save.
oh my god.
he's like,
he
"Look, why don't
actually
you let me go
tells
in there and get
her-
some eggs out?"
Oh my god.
He's like, "Maybe it's that like you need my big long dick to get in there."
Stimulation?
Oh my god.
Yeah, let me stimulate you. Okay, continue.
Women in STEM.
He actually tells her he doesn't want her to give her any more rent money.
That's because he's a good boy.
Yeah.
He's a sweet boy.
I think also she kind of confesses that Alex was kind of always like, why are you so desperate to be a mom? Like,
Oh.
just
Clearly, I
chill.
want more of you in the world.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, bless his heart for being such an asshole, because then she was able to break up with him and not have his spawn,
That worked out.
you know?
Yeah. I just cracked my neck really good again. All right, Vanessa.
This is where it ramps up.
Oh, we're ramping up.
Oh, she's can't
Yeah,
swallow.
they laugh while I'm
Swallow.
drinking.
Oh, that's a new one.
Swallow.
Swallow your drink.
Spit it into someone else's mouth. Vanessa, get over there.
The GM gives.
We're ramping up.
Yeah, we're ramping up. Here we go.
Ah.
The GM gives Indy his courtside tickets for the game.
She's taken.
For the game the next day, and she takes Stevie and Xander with her.
Love it.
She's never been to one of the games before. And he's definitely like ignoring them like really hardcore. But
Focus.
he notices that she's like checking out his butt, and he like kind of smiles at her and says something to her. And the guy from the opposite team notices
Oh yeah.
and that this is like maybe his girlfriend or something.
Oh.
And he's been trying, like he claims that he's like been a rival of Ryan since like the college days, but really it's one-sided.
Yeah.
And no one can ever rev or rile him up on the
Can't
court.
distract him. He's so focused. He's cold.
He's literally like a robot. That's what they call him.
Oh.
And so the guy pretends the ball's flying out of court, and
Fall into her
so
lap.
and she spills her drink all over. Ryan runs out there and fucking grabs him. He gets fouled for it.
Dang, it's a technical.
Yes, it was.
and then he murders him.
Yes,
Yeah.
He burns down a gas station.
Yes.
Yeah.
He set him on fire in the middle of the court in front of
Dang,
everybody.
I knew it.
The
Yes.
mascot helped.
The mascot lit the match.
It was fucking epic.
No.
And then Ryan went to jail, and they got married.
She had visitation
Oh, and then she had the baby in the jail.
for the
Yeah.
stimulation.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah.
But that's all what happened in Ryan's head.
The end.
romantic.
So he goes and he's like, get the fuck off of her, get out of here. And she's all like, oh my God, I'm soaked.
And everyone's like, oh my God, Ryan has lost his mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody is like, what is up with
Yeah.
Ryan?
This girl.
So then she's waiting outside with Stevie and Xander, and they're waiting for Ryan to come out from getting dressed. And she hears someone calling her name, and it's fucking Alex.
Why is he there?
I thought I
He
dreamed this
was-
because he's a little fan boy.
He's at
little
the
fucking
game,
fan.
and he's
fanboy.
he's there with all the groomsmen, and they're all wearing Ryan Shay jerseys.
Shut the fuck up.
There is nothing better.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait. So when they
there is.
when they ran into the friends at has she made any sort of public stuff about like this is my new boyfriend, like any posts, anything that they would know that like this she knows him or she's
I don't
lived
know.
with him?
I mean, they might have been photographed at that gala.
I feel like I remember Alex had no idea she was with him.
Yeah, I don't remember what he
I don't think
he was like, what are
says.
you doing here? Kind of thing.
Well, he was like, since when are you a sports fan? And then he's like, oh, I forgot that you're best friends with Ryan's sister. That's why you're here.
How do you forget that? If you were a huge
Because he's
fucking-
Alex. He
because
doesn't
he's
give a fuck.
Yeah.
because he can't remember shit about
Piece of
her.
shit.
Yeah. So
He's like, I'm a huge fan of this guy. Oh, you know his sister? Forgot.
he says something about, I just want to let you know that like we have +1s to the wedding, and I just want to let you know I'm bringing somebody, and I just wanted to give you the
I
heads up.
literally don't care. I mean, I deeply care, but I don't care.
She's
Yeah.
pretty upset, and
Yeah.
she's probably about to start
'Cause
crying.
she's like, it's probably not fake. Their mind's fake, but it's not fake.
Ryan comes out at this exact moment and sees her talking to him, and sees that her eyes are all misty, and he runs up and he kisses her.
I need to like turn off my camera and have
I
a moment to
know.
myself.
He kisses her like nobody has ever been kissed before.
Long and deep and passionate. And it's like everything built up to that moment with the jealousy tucked in that you're like, yes.
The revenge.
Yes.
the
Right after the murder.
Yes.
Yes.
This is the other murder.
He makes a break from the.
smoke coming out behind him.
He's still cuffed.
The mascot's still behind him, ready to go.
Get
my
Alex.
So then she's like,
Wait, because there's more to that. Isn't
He
there?
goes, oh,
Oh,
I didn't know you were talking to somebody. He's like, how do you know my girlfriend?
excuse you.
And he was like, oh, are you just a fan? Did you want an autograph?
He offers him an autograph.
All the bros go crazy. They get their Sharpies out. Alex says, I don't want mine signed because I borrowed it from a friend and I don't think they'd want me to return it with Sharpie on it.
You fucking liar.
Oh,
Classic Alex.
my
What
God.
friend wouldn't want
Yeah,
fucking
no.
Ryan Shay?
She's also like, you're a big fan of him. Like, what? Yeah, but I bet if he checked his DMs, he would find that Alex DM'd him and be like, good luck at the game tonight.
Really rooting for you.
Hey, we're really rooting for you.
Oh my god. Ugh, God.
Yeah.
I mean, that's better than sex.
I love that. He's perfect.
I love this author.
Is this my new boyfriend?
Yeah.
He's a good one.
This
he makes
author-
breakfast every morning and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Buys you a bed.
He knows I am insane
with
about my
cute
sleep.
bedding.
So they kiss. So now that barrier has been broken.
Yeah, she's like, it didn't feel fake
Okay.
at all. They're having like this major fucking miscommunication, which drives me insane. And the only reason why it's bearable is because you get their POVs. So you know this is one of the things I like about the book is that you know all the secrets up front.
Right.
So you're like, I can't wait till you find out the truth. You know what I mean?
Dummies.
Because a lot of this we know even from Mile High. So none of it's like really like new to us. But he thinks that based on things that she said that she's not ready for a relationship because she's fresh from something and she's just looking for physical, like a rebound. And he's like, I haven't been with anybody seriously. And if I'm going to do this with somebody, I don't want somebody who's on the rebound.
Right.
So they're having this like weird thing. And then she's also like calling into question, like, did she ever really even fucking care about Alex? Because she's so
this is all she knew.
Horned up by Ryan and she's confused.
That's what happens. You get out of one of those like shitty bad relationships and then you're with someone else. You're like, oh, is this what it was supposed to be like?
Yeah.
Wow, I wasted, but it was a familiar thing before.
Well,
I was talking to a friend recently who went through a breakup kind of like that. And it was literally like, it's a little bit out now. It's a lot out now. And it was very like, I literally don't remember why
we were together.
I mean, for the life of me, I'm just like, what?
It's always a step where you look back at exes and you're like, wow, I was like really bummed out about you.
Yeah.
Like,
Gross.
Gross.
All right, cool.
Wow, you're not even cute.
I think also too. Oh my god. I think also too like. Anyways, they're just having big miscommunication.
Right.
She's got to process. He's got to, melt his hard exterior and.
So when do they finally fuck?
Yeah.
I didn't know about the coming.
This kind of catapults her into this. Are these feelings like true?
Yes.
Because I was just with Alex, I was ready to marry him, blah blah blah. So she thinks like she just needs to fuck
Okay.
and like get it out of her system. So she downloads Tinder and goes out on a date with some rando. And he's being kind of creepy. She's had a drink and she didn't drive, so she needs a ride. And she calls Stevie, and Stevie's out of town with Xander. And Rio's drunk. And so
that's another character.
Rio.
Yeah,
I was like, who the fuck is Rio?
I thought you look at me like
he's one of the
He's
hot.
helped me run through every name I've heard. Like, I haven't heard that one yet.
I'll translate.
He's the hockey player from the team that she's really good friends with.
Okay.
It's the one that he's obsessed with Ryan.
Right.
And she's always like dancing with him to make Ryan jealous.
From the gala.
He's fun.
He's really sweet. He's really young.
Okay.
He's a girl's girl. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna go ahead and jump ahead and say that Ryan has to go pick her up.
Yes.
Oh, look at that.
He
Oh.
storms into the restaurant.
Yeah, he does.
And she
Burns it
immediately
down.
burns it down. He
9/11.
kills everybody.
Rips that guy's throat out.
He just
throws her
drove
over his shoulder.
a helicopter right into the bar.
Hot sauce on his dick.
Just flopping around.
Oh my god.
The end.
Okay, so he goes and
he
grabs
comes
her.
in, and everybody's staring at him.
Yeah.
Like everybody's like, "Holy shit!" And he basically just like takes her out, almost punches the guy. Did he fucking touch you? All of that good stuff.
All that good stuff.
So when they get home, he's like, "What were you doing? Why are you hanging out with some guy?" Especially when we're in a fake relationship and I'm famous, like someone
Yeah,
could
that's pretty dumb.
see you. Yeah.
dumbass.
And so she's like, "I just needed
I need it.
to get it
I'm
out of my
horned up.
system. I
Get
need to
it in
see
my system."
Yeah." And he was like, "So you're gonna let that fucking guy fuck?" You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
when,
Yeah.
like in the bed that I bought for you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Especially when you've been feeling my boner and we've made out. Like,
Did I
Yeah.
not tell you about the dialogue from the shower? Like,
yeah, do you not smell your body wash on my dick
it was
only?
a beautiful scene.
yeah.
Okay.
so
So does he offer?
basically tells her, if you need help, I'm here.
Hell yeah, girl, go get it. And she's like, no, I can't. Ugh,
She's like, yep.
He gives her the knee.
Oh, okay. All right.
This is where we find out that Ryan is celibate.
Oh,
well,
right,
when
because
you
he
have
doesn't
trauma
trust the...
around the
he hasn't been with
stuff.
anybody for 2 years.
But his knees have.
Yeah.
Yes.
His knees and his hands have been all over the place.
So
That shower head.
he's willing to get her off, but he's not willing to penetrate.
Okay.
Until he's like, I'm going to go take a shower. Just turn the water
I need a
on.
nap.
Okay.
Okay.
More of that body wash? Okay, thanks.
Are we reading the knee scene?
No.
What did you
Which
what
one
did you
am I going
mark?
to read?
Well, there's a couple of times where that happens.
Vanessa, we could read 5.
Yeah.
No. I'm just saying where they like fool around.
Yeah,
like
right.
he's like, you touch yourself, I'll touch myself, but no penetration.
That feels more religious than his actual.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Jesus is with us and we're all
Oh,
playing on
good.
our own.
Save room for Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay.
It isn't until basically they decide to be together that they
Okay.
actually have sex.
Is that before or after the wedding?
Before.
Okay.
Is that what we're reading?
Yes.
Let's do it.
I'm excited for the voices.
So I've highlighted, there's a big chunk in the middle that I didn't highlight.
fine.
It's all dialogue about us being together finally.
Yeah.
Feelings and
Yeah, we don't care about that.
we're here
So
for
yeah,
dick.
so
Yeah, we're here for that little hot sauce.
I embarrass myself. Hi, Diane.
Hi, Diane. Okay, you ready?
they've already been fooling around at this point, I'll just tell you. He's already like gone down on her, and now she's going down on him.
Ooh, okay.
Watch out for eye contact.
I'm gonna keep my eyes closed.
I'm gonna keep them open. Okay. Green is regular. Green is just background noise. Blue, boy. Purple, girl. When my gaze finally makes it to his, he takes his lower lip between. You're already losing it.
I thought, okay, I heard gaze and I thought different word than gaze. I thought, I'm sorry.
You're thinking about Rio?
I'm sorry.
When my gaze finally makes it to his, he takes his lower lip between his teeth, smirking. What are you looking at?
Stop.
Sexy.
Ryan's hot.
He is hot. Ryan's
Yeah,
my new
so he can
boyfriend,
pull it off.
But I refuse to play games or make him unsure of how much I want him. You. His chest puffs. You painted a pretty... See, I like him. I can't even do a stupid dude
You're trying to
voice.
just be like, oh.
I know. I'm like,
Think about Drake
Mark
and
is
his
smart.
elephant.
that's what I'm thinking. Same thing. I love them. I love them both. You painted a pretty picture earlier, but now... maybe it's just deepen it a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Okay.
saying.
You painted a pretty picture earlier, but now I want the real thing. I glow under his appreciative stare. Oh, he appreciates her. As I make my way between his legs, falling to my knees.
Oh, I did want to say Ryan hurt himself at the game. They thought he tore his ACL, but
Oh,
he just
no.
sprained it, and so it's as big as a balloon.
Oh.
So all of these are positions that are good for his knee.
Meeting him on his back
Yeah,
or sitting down. Okay.
I just wanted to
Big
point
old.
that.
His knee swelled up because he'd been using it too much on her. He's like, I don't know why my knee is really bad.
That
And
was
she's
weird.
like, oh, what?
Seems like there's hot sauce all over it.
Maybe I grinded too hard on it.
You're gonna love the knee tonight. Okay.
Palms running the length of his thighs. I watch him, memorize him. His size is intimidating from this angle. Mm-hmm. With his hard length protruding upwards and begging for a release. It's like that elephant.
Mm-hmm.
My thumb swipes over the head, gathering the bead of pre-cum.
We made eye contact.
You liked that? Oh,
I-
shit.
I don't care for it.
Fuck. Ryan's head falls back to the chair behind him. His moans and whimpers remind me that he hasn't been touched in too long. And I'm the woman with the privilege to change that. I like that. He appreciates her and she feels privileged. Like
Yes.
there's a lot of just like appreciating back and forth.
And he's protruding.
And he is like at attention.
Huge.
I'll savor every moment. I allow my hands to roam his thighs and stomach, appreciating every dip and curve of his muscular body. Ryan watches me with hooded eyes as he runs his hands over my hair, stroking it softly before gathering it in a single fist. You know, he's got those big basketball hands.
He's a short king.
He's a short king, but he's got to be able to palm, you know? Finally, I run my fingers over his length. It's hot and smooth. Hard. Ryan groans from that alone. There's no way he's going to last long, and I don't want him to. Gently, I place a kiss on the head before licking him from base to tip. Oh, fuck! He curses, and I can't help but smile around him, sensing this controlled man on the brink of becoming unhinged. My lips form a ring, taking him as deep as I can, sucking him all the way back up. See, I was in it.
Okay, yeah, you're like really enjoying this one.
His tip is already leaking.
Okay.
Leaky tip. But I clean it up with a sweep of my tongue. She laps it up. Blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
Head bobbing, I stroke my lips down his shaft, swirling my tongue as I go. His words are labored and raspy. Eyes on me, Indy. Looking up, I find him staring at me with dark eyes and a ticking jaw, attempting to maintain some semblance of control. His hips are twitching, holding back from letting loose and fucking my mouth without restraint.
Goodness.
Oh, sorry, I mixed up. Hands splayed on his thigh. I hold on for balance, sensing it's coming soon. Goddamn, he exhales. I knew you were going to look so pretty on your knees, Blue.
You guys remember in that Chris Pratt Jurassic World situation?
Oh, yeah.
He calls the dinosaur Blue.
Oh, that's
I just keep thinking that when I hear it
girl.
now. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
it's like, don't worry, Blue. His praise has me moaning around him before sucking, twisting my hand around the base that can't fit. It's too big.
It's too big.
Ryan's hands cup my cheeks. You can take more. He flexes his hips slightly. Wait, when did she go into him?
She's been sucking out this whole time.
Oh, I thought that. Oh, cheeks. I was thinking butt cheeks. Sorry.
Oh.
Wait, when did she mount him? I need to know. What did I miss? Okay,
Get the Barbies.
He means the cheeks. So it's also, I'm thinking chubby bunny, but with like a dick in her mouth. You could take more. She's like, oh, okay. He flexes his hips slightly, pushing more of himself into my mouth. She's like, I know what you're capable of. Oh my God. I had my fingers down your throat. Come on, Ind. That's third name so far. Ind. You can do it. He's bigger than I've seen, let alone had in my mouth. But with the way my body responds to him, it seems to be made for him. So I relax my jaw and take him further. There you go, he praises. That's my girl. I preen at the phrase, melt under it. It helps her to unhinge her jaw a little bit more. I love this kind of control. He's a strong man, but weak for me. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that what we all want? Repositioning it on my knees, I find the right angle to grind myself against my heel.
This part took me out.
She's resourceful. What the hell? What the?
Oh, she's foot fucking herself.
Oh.
Like, what is your hand doing? Like, why can't you use your hand?
I guess
she
she's
can't
just to
fit it
brace
all in her
herself.
mouth. She's got to brace herself and
But
do some
you
other
could-
things.
He's also guiding. Like, you could reach down.
Yeah, you could find a way.
Oh, well. Yes, Indy. Make yourself feel good until I can take care of you. Just like that. Your mouth feels fucking incredible, baby. Or just like, you can take care of me now. Like, you got the gist.
We can
right? Like,
multitask.
can we, like, you know.
Well, he just went down on her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but like,
Let's keep going.
put his dick in her.
Yep.
I flick
They're
my tongue.
gonna.
They're gonna. But
Allegedly.
first she has to come on her heel.
What if 9/11 happens and they get interrupted? You gotta take it while it's hot.
Never know.
She's dealing with her foot. What if that's how you go out? Come on.
I flick my tongue on the underside of his crown, wanting to see this man's control shatter. Then it does when he fucks my mouth hard. All I can do is keep my eyes on him and let him use me in any way he needs. Blue, he warns, ushering me off him, but I claw to hold on to his hips and stay. I watch as he begins to unravel. This man who I've only known as controlled and domineering begins to fall apart around me. The realization that he can't hold it together because of me has me pushing him further into my mouth, taking him as deep as I can. Goddamn, Indy. His fingers curl into my hair, keeping me where I am. He pulses in me, hot streams hitting the back of my throat.
You're gonna hurt your neck trying
I'm
not
just like,
to.
you're having to crack it.
I keep wanting to watch because you do really funny things, but then I get worried. Like when you start to sit up, I go, oh.
Yeah, when I go, the hot streams hitting the back of her throat. Streams hot.
Nope.
Ryan watches until his eyes finally have to screw shut. What?
That's the screwing the eyes shut.
That's the like.
Oh my God.
His head falling back. I take every last drop he has to offer, loving the way it tastes on my tongue. He eats a lot of oranges because he's a sports player. Needing him in any way, he'll give himself to me. So then we skip a bunch ahead.
Yeah.
God, what was that all? That was all just him talking about, like, so then they're going to go for round 2.
Yeah.
He needs a little bit of time between.
That's why I was like, why isn't he just putting it in her? But he's like, oh, let me just refuel.
He's a professional athlete, but he does need like 1 minute.
Of course.
Well, he also hasn't had sex in 2 years, so he's ready.
He's beyond ready.
Yeah, he's like, I got a lot of
but I
catching
think
up to do.
also they're just like, is this okay?
Like before, we already did that, so let's have a little bit of check-in moment.
And she's like worried about his knee, like he needs to ice it.
Well, if he finished in her mouth with his trauma, he needs to make sure that she's fully swallowed it. So he
True.
wants to chat with her for a long time.
Have her have a few sips, and be like,
oh,
lift
you
your
seem
tongue.
dehydrated.
Right.
You want some hot sauce?
especially if she's is she in the process of getting her fertility treatments, or is she saving up for it?
She was saving up for it.
Okay, so she's not. Okay. Lifting her up on her knees, she finds my cock and enters it. I hate cock.
Oh, yeah,
I
this
don't
is
like
from
that.
his
You don't
point
like
of
that
view.
one?
I don't like cock.
Okay.
It's aggressive.
Bummer.
Sorry. Her head falls back as soon as the tip rubs against her entrance.
I don't like entrance. Channel was the worst one so far.
Channel
But
and
hey,
entrance.
we can still have time.
Hey, you never know. There's a lot of different names we use. But he pauses there for too long. Oh, okay, sorry. This is his point of view.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
His point of view.
You said that earlier. I just didn't
Yeah, you weren't listening.
listen. I heard it, but I didn't listen. Breaking my stare away from our connection, I look up to find her watching me, and knowing her, she's checking to make sure I'm okay. Caretaker.
Aww.
I'm more than okay. So as we stare at one another, her brown eyes blazing into me, I hold on to her hips, push into her. A shared gasp is the only sound in the otherwise silent room.
That's oh my God.
No music, just silence. Just so goddamn tight. I grit out, slowly filling her. Ryan, it's too much. You can take it. I reassure. But at the same time, I halt my movements, letting her adjust. When she's ready, she braces the headboard behind me, lowering herself the final inches until she's fully seated and stretched around me.
I'm just watching Vanessa.
There you go. Such a good girl for me, Ind.
I watched you watch her. This was great.
I'm gonna tie your hands to the chair.
Woo.
And then you like
Put a
Clockwork Orange it, make
Let
you
me
watch
text
me.
Eric and make sure it's okay.
Strap
We found it.
Strap her head in so she can't turn away.
It's for the episode.
Please, I have to do it. Oh, there you. Okay, her chest falls against mine. Both our chests heaving in unison as I hold her there. I knew it. I say breathlessly against her ear. Knew what?
No way.
That you were meant for me. Do you feel how perfectly we fit together? Brushing her hair away, I pull her mouth to mine as she picks up pace, lifting herself to the tip before dropping herself back down.
I
Question
pictured a
from the
literal
crowd.
brush. Like he pulls out a hairbrush and he's like, hang on.
He's like, let me get this dingle hopper.
I thought you said dingleberry.
Oh my God. The miscommunication.
The miscommunication.
Okay.
Mispronunciation.
Everything's fine.
Lifting herself up to the fuck. I exhale. You feel too fucking good. She moans into my mouth, and I swallow the sound, drinking it like a starved man. To be honest, neither of us are very quiet between the whimpers and groans echoing off the walls around us. Grasping onto my stomach and arms, she leans back, sticking her chest out, her head falling behind her, and giving me the view of a fucking lifetime. From below, I watch as Indy's tits bounce with her golden skin. So she's laying on her back.
No, she's on top.
Oh, from below. Okay.
He's on the bottom.
He's looking from below.
Mhm.
Okay. Her blonde hair sticks to her forehead, her lips swollen and deep pink. God, she's magnificent. Which I assume that angle. You got to be into them. But I bet if I put a camera down here and even just look down, I'd be like, woo, that's not a good angle. Watching her overwhelming sense of emotion burns the back of my eyes, and I find myself on the verge of crying like a little bitch because this sentence is such a roller coaster. Crying like a little bitch because for the first time in 4 years, I'm not thinking about anything other than how much I want this woman. I feel free. I feel like myself again.
That's cute, but you can cry and not be a little bitch. But
Well,
also
yeah,
don't cry when
about
you're
it.
having sex.
No,
cry
don't-
later.
Yeah, cry about it when you're in the shower.
Sure. I'll be in the shower with you if you want. Like I'm not saying
Yeah.
don't cry in front of me. I'm saying don't cry while I'm on top of you at
Yeah.
this angle, because then I'm
Right.
going to start thinking that it's come on.
Yeah, and also in those like hot moments, you don't really want to be like, let's unpack this. You feel
Yeah.
you again. You'd like say
Yeah.
that afterwards.
Although they apparently do like to do that.
They do. Stay
Okay.
with me, Ryan. Indy's hands bracket my face, her thumbs fluttering over my cheeks. Stay with me. I wrap my arms around her back, pulling her chest into mine, sniffing away any lingering emotion. I'm with you, Blue. You don't have to worry about that. This is like love making rather
Yeah.
than fucking.
How are you feeling about that?
I don't know.
Yeah, conflicted.
Like I'm like good for the story. It's cute, but like it doesn't get me all horned up.
Okay.
She gasps when I flex my hips and thrust inside of her, hitting
And
at
he's
just the
dead
right spot.
She's like Ryan Shay before Indy came along.
Then she wraps her arms around my neck and hangs on for the ride. The sound of wet skin fills the room. That's macaroni in the dark. That's the sound of wet skin fills
You sounded
the
like
room
when a little kid does a helicopter noise.
as I hold on to her hips and ass, moving her up and down my length. A mixture of warm breath and hot kisses pepper my neck and cheek. I suck on her tits, and she scratches my skin while I fill her over and over again. Every muscle is tight as I work our bodies together, but mentally, I've never felt more at peace.
I'm so free.
He's living in the moment, not a cell phone in
Not a
sight.
cell phone in sight.
He's in the
Flying the
moment.
cosmos.
Never felt so right as I do in this moment. Never felt so in tune to another person as I do her. She's making him a free spirit, that's for sure.
Mushrooms and camping.
Yeah,
with us.
they're camping. They ate their mushrooms from their camping trip.
And they're in their own beds. This is great.
And she whispers words to remind me of how much I mean to her, how she'll choose me at every given opportunity, how much she wants me, and then that I know I'll never be the same. Rye, she cries with a strangled breath. My thumb finds her clit between us, circling it, urging her to the edge with me. Wait, I want you to come, she says. Don't think about anyone else, Ind. Ind isn't an easy.
It doesn't roll off
Yeah.
the tongue.
Go back to Blue. Ind.
Yeah.
Indy. There you go.
Yeah, Indy. Like saying, I don't want to think about anyone else, Blue. Don't want to think about anyone else, Indy. Don't want to think about anyone else, Ind. Like, take what you need. I'm right behind you. Coming back, bringing up the rear of the cosmos.
Choo-choo.
She tosses her head back, exposing her slender throat, begging me to suck and nibble. And when she does, moaning and worshiping my name, I get to feel the rumble of words against my lips. She clenches around me, her tight pussy gripping me even more, and when her mouth falls open in ecstasy, I fall with her. My cock spills into the condom. I let loose. I fully unravel, giving myself over to someone else's control for the first time in too long. In combination with a few select curse words, her name falls from my lips like a grateful prayer, because that's exactly what I am. Grateful. Namaste. He's grateful to be himself. I feel like, okay, this is good. This is different.
Yes.
It is
Because
different.
this is more of like, that like Xander and Stevie are having this kind of like sex now, where
Yes.
they're like, I'm so in love with you.
Yeah.
Like my walls are down.
Yeah.
That it is like,
Touching.
yeah, it's touching and it's realistic,
Well, he's
Yeah.
basically like a born again virgin too.
Yeah, and trauma. Like, just
Yeah.
like if he was made to feel a secret and then thought he got someone pregnant, went through a whole pregnancy with her, thinking like, oh my God, and probably adjusting his life to it, then to be like, oh, JK, it's not yours.
And
Sally.
also, I was using you the entire time, so
And-
it wasn't ever about you.
Well, and he
Right.
was in love with her.
Yeah.
And the whole entire time she was sleeping with somebody else. We also find out that,
Was it Ryan? No,
What?
Ryan. Alex.
oh my God, no.
That'd
We
be perfect
find
again.
out that Indy's room, Ryan's guest room, was supposed to be the baby's room.
Oh yeah.
So-
Oh my
Isn't that why it's yellow?
God.
Yeah.
It's painted
This is
yellow.
this is bordering on breeding stuff because she's wanting the fertility treatment.
Lots of
He's had some stuff with
baby-centric.
babies, and
Yeah.
then if they're able to, I assume down the line or in book 3 they have a baby.
They do talk about it in book 3 a little bit.
Yeah. Oh.
Aw.
Because now we know we got like follow up with Stevie and Xander of like they're married, they're happy, like they're great.
They have that dog. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rosie.
Oh,
Rosie.
You get to
She
have
loves
Rosie.
it. It's Rosie. Yeah. The dog's name is Rosie.
To be honest, though, best character in any book is
Yeah.
always a dog.
Yeah, Rosie.
Yeah.
Immediately star of the show.
I liked it. It's not my usual like smut, but there's
Yeah.
a lot of it's my usual like again, I said that I don't remember what I said, but him like setting fire to someone on a basketball court was like better than sex or whatever the fuck I was talking about. But like,
Yeah.
But yeah, there is like you seen from his healing because you also
Yeah.
see that more from women's point of view too. You had that a little bit with Stevie where she felt comfortable with Xander, she felt
Yeah.
loved and seen, where he gets that too. And I just hope I'm glad that these people are healing this fucking family's problems.
I feel like I liked the second book better than the first one.
Mm.
Yeah. I think
I feel the author probably grew and was able to build on their world.
Yeah.
It's like second season of a series is better.
Yeah.
I think it's also like just different dynamics.
It's a totally different dynamic.
where like
yeah.
you kind of like they're sort of like enemies to lovers, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they don't have like the best first impressions on each other, and then it's like forced proximity, fake dating.
Yeah.
It's definitely got the things that we like, you know what I mean? Where I feel like Mile High is like they liked each other, but they just
They're
had this like
flirty.
weird banter, and then they had like the job thing that was holding them back, which is
Yeah.
always like whatever.
Yeah.
But this is like I don't know. And then Liz Tomforde does really good banter. Like normally in books I'd be like so fucking annoyed if they didn't bang until like whatever page that was. I think it was like 300
that's
or
actually
something.
like yeah.
But the fact that they have so many
Sexy
moments,
it's
and
like-
then
yeah.
she does a really good job of like those characters, like the bridal party and the ex, like they're not very like dominating in the book.
But they leave a
good
like the friends
impression,
at the bar in Chicago.
Yeah.
Those were like
Yeah.
but they immediately get rescued from those situations, and it's not like this big deal. It's it's not like
it's just
sad,
like a thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's just like a good like side thing or whatever. But just lots of good like
Good feeling.
squeal moments,
Yeah.
Mm.
What do the good people at Goodreads think?
So, I think a lot of people had like similar feelings that we did, where they liked the second book better than the first one.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of people felt the opposite in some of the 1-star reviews. They were like, Mile
wasn't
High was so
sexy.
good, but this was like not
Okay.
as good.
Maybe they're dead inside like Emily.
Yeah,
Maybe.
maybe.
You're so happy.
Mia said, I really tried with this series and author, but it just really doesn't work for me. It's way too long for no reason, and the romance is full of boring miscommunication.
People are really sensitive to miscommunication.
Yes.
Like, I could see it be really frustrating, especially when you have both sides where you're like, just fucking say it to
Just
each other.
fucking talk to each other.
Yeah.
I think
But
it
then
makes it a
every-
little bit easier when you have both sides,
Yeah.
because then you have all the information, and then you're just like,
Right.
tee-hee.
Two idiots somehow seems less offensive than one absolute moron. You know?
Yeah.
But then also, if you look at any relationship advice show, it always comes down to
Communication. Yeah.
That's
Why
the
did you
only
have
thing that
this
anyone ever
conversation?
says. Talk to each other.
Talk to each
Yeah.
other. Why are you asking a stranger on the internet when you can ask the person who
Yeah.
would have the answer?
I could sit here and just guess at what the fuck is going on,
Yeah.
but
I think
I
the
assume y'all
problem,
need to talk about this.
I think the problem in a lot of their conversations in the book is that they don't say exactly what they mean, and they leave things out.
I hate that.
Like
means
Ryan's
saying-
like, everybody that gets close to me just uses me. And so she's like, oh, does he think that about me? And then in his head, he's thinking until you, but he doesn't say it out loud. And so then she's like, well, I guess I should move out.
Yeah, he's just going to think I'm using him.
Yeah. So I think it's lots of stuff like that where people just don't really say what they mean or say like
it's
half
relatable
truths.
But like throw me into that situation. Oh my God, thank you.
I would be like, oh, do you mean me, motherfucker?
I would literally be like,
oh no, I'd be like, I guess I'll kill myself. Bye.
Okay. Then I will go ahead and be in charge of all the advice for our podcast. Because the Libra would say, if you ever start to feel that way about me, please let me know.
Oh, that's smart.
Oh, I don't want to know.
No, I'm giving you your opening, and then I'm going to go ahead and kill myself.
I'm just gonna
but I'm putting it on you. I'm saying you better speak up.
Yeah.
I'm going to fill in the blanks with whatever would validate my most negative thinking and be like, I knew it, you know?
Girl, I have OCD. I know it's going to be bad.
So I'd be like, yeah, that's what's going to happen. So let me just go and bye.
Please tell me. Don't say it.
I think I would just immediately be like,
please don't tell me. Please don't tell me.
Are you talking about me too?
Yeah.
Oh, I get it.
Oh. Okay.
Set fire to his bedroom.
Mel says, I don't trust anyone who likes The Right Move over Mile High.
We are not trustworthy.
I already forgot what this book was called. The Mile
The
High
Right
2.
Move.
Mile High. Higher than ever.
Higher than ever.
Mile High. 9/11.
Mile High.
Not
Shoot
9/11.
hoops. Yeah.
I expected so much from this book after reading Mile High, but it's such a disappointment. I don't like the characters. The story is boring and repetitive. The way their trauma was handled and described was rather careless and wasn't much to like in the book, except a few times Ryan did cute little stuff. And then she goes, I'm not a big fan of the grumpy sunshine, and this book was the epitome of why I hate it.
Maybe that's a good
He wasn't
reason
even
why.
grumpy. He was just like stern and
He was
cold.
just boundaries.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
All right, Mel.
teach their own. Whatever.
Yeah.
And then Ari said, I went through hell, the first book, for this.
So you hated the first book, so you decided to read the sequel?
Yeah, I thought that was
I went
funny.
through hell. It was,
Was that
hell.
wait? Who left that? Was that Shirley?
No, it was Ari.
All right.
Spirit.
Just weird. Shirley's here with us.
Maybe she just really fucking hated the IPAs.
It has a 4.44 on Goodreads with
Okay, I love that.
164,000 ratings and 18,000 written reviews.
Damn. And only a year that it's been out.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Liz Tomforde. I think she's was that our second repeat? We've had Tate twice.
Yeah.
No, not Tate.
Oh.
The
Not Tate
holiday
McKirk?
one. Tate McKirk did the
Yeah.
turkey book.
Oh,
The
I was
Were
thinking
Turkey.
whoever else did the Satan,
Yeah. I'm blanking.
the monster one. Yeah,
Yeah, it was my.
It was like a fake name, I think, though.
That was my
that was your full sack.
full sack lady.
Yeah, the monster. I don't have that. Anyways, doesn't matter.
Point
We
is-
had to have the other ones, but
I like this one.
I
This was
liked it.
fun.
I liked that it was different. It's familiar but different, and so I think this was our first like sequel.
And it's
Layla
also
Faye.
Layla Faye. Yeah.
I think this is the first one where, well, no, it's definitely not the first one. So true to form, I forget that I've read these books, and then I'm
Yeah.
like, I've totally read this, but this is the first one that I was like, I know for sure I
And
have read
I
this.
knew that you read it too.
Yeah.
Before I came in too.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yay. I like it.
Yeah.
Because then you're able to fill me in on like, who the fuck is Rio?
Yeah.
I got you.
Well,
Yeah.
that was a good one. I think that we're in a good like spot of like things slightly different of where it does seem like the typical trope or whatever. Like we can figure out what it is, but this one did have an extra layer that was good for the story, good for the plot.
There's
versus,
definitely
like,
a lot of
horned
plot
up.
in
Yeah.
this book.
Yeah.
I liked it.
But like I said, I love the banter. I love the lead up. And I felt like this was a really good example of believable fake dating
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you
Yeah.
need me, I need you.
It's not as hokey.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit
usually
more
pretty hokey.
believable.
It's more the roommate situation than the like, okay, well, come over to my house, before they get there.
I'm
Yeah.
reading a fanfic right now that's a fake dating trope, and it's a pretty good time.
Ooh.
What is it based off of?
Okay, so he's famous and successful, and
This
it's
episode's going
called,
to be 5 hours long.
for those of you, the 4 of you, pick and choose. But careful, because when you're searching on AO3, it's pick and then the plus sign, and it will not come up otherwise.
Oh my God.
So, Draco, this is more
this
embarrassing.
Hermione?
This is, of course it is. It's
Oh.
more embarrassing than the nodding.
That's all she reads.
It's literally my ADHD hyperfixation, and it hasn't gone away yet. So
And we still need more.
17,000 more to go. But he's really rich and successful, and it's like been some time. So like, you know, and then he's like got some hotels. I don't know. There's death threats against him, and she runs a security. So she's got to be a bodyguard, but they don't want people to know that he's had threats. So what's the cover? She's his lover.
Oh my God, I love it. I love it.
I should talk less.
No,
bring it
I'm
in.
gonna need you to do an episode on this.
I
Bring
should
that
just
to
start
the
letting people know
table.
which ones I'm reading, because I...
Do you have like an AO3, like how we have Goodreads? Is there like a... Do they have
Yes.
it? Do you want to share it with the class?
It's Cappy Barbara.
Capybara.
And there's
Capybara.
underscores, but I don't really remember where they are, so good luck. And also, I don't really do anything on there, so hi.
But you can see what you've read or what you've downloaded.
I
you
honestly have no idea.
If you
So
can find
someone's
it,
about
let
to
us
be
know.
like, we have a direct live stream to you reading these fanfics.
Oh my God.
Anyway.
Well, if you have a direct live stream to her reading her fanfics, let us know. You can like, subscribe, follow.
Please do tell me.
all of it at Clutch My Pearls Pod everywhere on the internet. And you can email us at clutchmypearlspod@gmail.com. Leave us comments, leave us everything. Just tell us you love us. Put us into the ether. Put a note inside of a book that we've covered of like, hey, you should listen to a podcast about this book.
Episode 20.
Episode 20.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. Bye. See you next Tuesday.